Okay, part 3. Mhm. All right, if you have not, you need to go back to the other parts to catch up. Okay, just catch up first. All right, so Pete, unbeknownst to her, she found out later, like a few months after talking to Pete, that Pete is actually cool, or they know David and Pete know each other, which is crazy. But she didn't know that. She didn't. So let me cut to. So Pete, she actually met on a dating website, a dating site. And Pete was like all the right things that she was like, I'm looking for. He was older, not too much older, but he was older than her. Um, he had his own job, actually a really good, successful job. He was very smart, very intelligent, read books, all these things. Pretty much the exact opposite of her husband. He was all of everything. He was tall. He was everything that you pretty much wanted in a man. But also he was, everything she was cool with. Now, with that being said, she was like, okay, this dude is like, they're spending hours on the phone. Now, mind you, she's still married. She still lives with her husband. And her husband is in like another room and she's having these conversations and all this other stuff or whatever. Again, they have an open marriage, so her husband respects her conversations. It doesn't seem a little weird. And I feel that he may have been a little jealous and everything like that. But he didn't say anything to her. She never said that, he showed any signs of jealousy or anything like that, but it was still cool. So she's having conversations with him or with Pete. They're having all of these things and everything. And Pete's like, hey, we're having these conversations. I'm feeling you. Like, you should come over and let's, hang out together. She's like, okay, cool. So she comes and hangs out. They don't, she says, they don't do anything sexually that day because he had to rush to go to work and everything. He didn't know that he had to go to work and all this other stuff. Now, he was secretive at first about where he works and all this other stuff, but she's smart. She understands and everything. And he's like, he doesn't know if she's crazy. Again, understandable, and all this other stuff, right? So, um, she's really feeling him and everything. Like, she's like so head over heels. Now, things start to get a little weird with Pete. And not weird in a negative way, but it's just weird. Come back for the next part so you understand what Pete and this girl is going through.